Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I'm Gerry. Max and Tom are here. And the Seagulls have joined us as well.
Again.
The Seagulls in Wales. They're just going to be there because that's where Tom is. He's adjusted his trip to be able to record with us. So you may notice his signal go a little meh, but it's fine. You can hear him well enough, and that's what's important. All right? So, gentlemen, word on the street yesterday was that Yerry Mina's a done deal. We've agreed a fee. Today, people have come in and said, not so fast. Maybe it's not really agreed, but we'll see. Maybe there's just some... And the thing is, that was backed up by the fact that he was at training at Barca today. So maybe not quite as advanced as was reported yesterday in Spain and subsequently in England and other places too. So regardless, I still sort of think this is happening, guys. I do. So let's approach this as though it is, because it's more interesting that way. Colombian center back, 6'4" or 5", depending on which location you check. He's great in the air. He's aggressive. So, Tom, some early thoughts. You being your newest gig is with Barcelona Universal on Twitter. So talk about Yerry Mina a little bit. What are you thinking?
The news kind of came as a bit of a surprise yesterday. It was kind of out of nowhere, really, because it wasn't like as any other transfer would be, like, he's on his way. Like, he wasn't. There's nothing leading up to it, really, because reports from the Liverpool Echo earlier on in the summer suggested that we've walked away from any deal, and at one point we weren't even interested. So, what's it called, for that news to come out of nowhere like that, especially soon after him talking about going to Manchester United as well. There was a lot of talk about Manchester United and even Leon as well. So it was a Spanish outlet called Sport who just came straight out and said Everton have agreed the fee. He's definitely going to Everton. It was a bit out of nowhere, and everyone was like, "Where's that come from?" Like, kind of thing. But I'd be delighted if it came off. He's definitely what we need. I think Mina and Holgate is a centre back pairing that excites me very much. I think that they're similar in a way. I think that'll be very good as a centre back pairing, and get rid of Jagielka and Keane as well. So I think that'll be wonderful if that came off. But I'm not convinced it is coming off just yet anyway. But because Barcelona do need to offload him. They've got too many non-EU players at the moment to go into a La Liga game with, so they need to offload Mina. And they were hoping of a deal with Manchester United, but Manchester United seem to have stalled a deal as well. So they really need to get rid of him. And it might be Everton who it eventually comes to. It would be wonderful. He's not the quickest centre-back, but he is very physical, and I think he'd settle in perfectly in the Premier League with his style of play. And he'd definitely add something to the back line at Everton. It'd be a great signing if it was to come off.
Max, what are you thinking?
I agree completely. I think it'd be an absolutely tremendous signing. Similar to Luca Digne, obviously, you know, it's going to be hard to get into a place ahead of Jordi Alba, and with Mina, it's going to be hard to get in a place ahead of Umtiti and Piqué, the form that they've been in, particularly last season. Obviously, the EU factors in, but I think it's testament to Marcel Brands and how brilliant he is at his job. These are the type of signings that we wanted to see. You know, there was the kind of controversy over Steve Walsh of, you know, getting the best of the rest, so to speak, and picking out all these obvious signings that you could have done on a bloody video game. But these kind of gems that he's managed to extract, as I said, it's a testament to him, and it obviously fits the profile of what Silva wants from a player. Tom alluded to it there, his style of play, this at the back at Barca, the low pressure, but a lot on the ball to feet, don't lump it up, play out from the back. I think obviously factored into his physicality, and he's not someone you want to mess with. So again, as I said, I think it'll be a tremendous signing.
Little snide in the back, I'm good with that. Just any snide, you know what I mean? Let's get a little you know. Yeah. That's the thing. I feel like we've just been so passive in the past recently, and it's just, I think we need a little hard-nosed, you know, getting in some people's faces. I think we just need that.
Yeah.
Uh, I've been watching a decent amount of him when this resurfaced, because at first I just stopped looking at it because I was like, no, I don't want to get all excited thinking, oh, he's definitely coming. But yesterday when the news dropped, I just watched a bunch. He's fast. He is fast, but not quick, and there is a difference. So do we think what do we think's more important for the high line that Silva's probably wanting to play? Is just flat out speed from like 0 to 20 meters what's necessary, or is that quickness, being able to from like 0 to 5, more important? You know what I mean? Obviously they're both, but I'm hoping that his straight out speed will be more important than quickness. Tom, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I think a lot of people at Barcelona said he wasn't fast enough because obviously they play a high line as well, and if Silva was to play a high line, then maybe that would be similar to what he was trying to do at Barcelona, because often Barca got caught on the break sometimes when they were playing a high line, so you have to be fast to get back. And I think Everton, with the lack of quality in midfield sometimes at the end of last season, he would have to chase back quite a bit. So whether he could do that or not, it remains to be seen. But I think if Barcelona seeing the quality in him, that he's definitely got something to offer. And I've got to mention his ball control as well. His quality on the ball. He's really confident and he knows what he's doing. And I think if he were to have to get back at some point, he could do it with his confidence. He can really push. And I do think he's got the attributes to make it at Everton.
Max, what do you think? You think he'll be able to play the high line that Silva's wanting to instill this season?
I think so, and I think a quality that Mina possesses is that kind of the mind to read the game exceptionally well, and I think that is something that we lack completely. We're too late to cotton on to things almost. We saw. I only saw a handful of the Blackburn game, but the goals that we conceded, Jag getting bundled off the ball in front of the 6-yard box, it shouldn't be getting to that scenario. And I think with Mina there, obviously, is his tactical know-how and his ability to snuff out chances and get in players' faces before they're in the areas to cause damage. Obviously, it comes with the high line, and I think he, as you say, part and parcel with what Silva wants from his defender.
I want to see a center back with some awareness of his surroundings. Okay? How many times have we seen, especially around Michael Keane, okay, center backs miscommunicating or not knowing that someone is slipping between them just to either get a header or just slide in. It's just not being aware of what's around them, or not being aggressive enough to be moving when the ball is in the air to flick. That's one of the things Mina does very well, is win 50-50 balls in the box. He is spectacular at that. I just see way too many simple goals that we give away. They're just silly, based on somebody Keane having his back to the defender, and they just cross it right over him. The guy just kind of, plays it in really simply, and I'm so sick of seeing that. And that's what I'm hoping. So another thing that I'm hoping Mina brings is this appetite to win everything in the box, everything, right? Because he plays hungry. I don't know if that makes sense, but he looks like he's ready to eat the ball.
Yeah, that ties into his aerial ability as well. I don't think we haven't mentioned that yet. Obviously, if you watch them at this World Cup, I think he was one of the highest scoring defenders of the tournament. His ability to win balls in the air, in his own box and in the opposition box, is absolutely fantastic. And again, it's something that we need if we want to start becoming a threat from set pieces.
Definitely. I don't know why we haven't mentioned that, because that's the strongest point. We've completely forgot about it, to be honest. But I think I said earlier in the summer that Sigurdsson would be licking his lips on corner duty, because Yerry Mina is going to be up there, and obviously he's going to rise above everyone else at his height, and he's very able in the air as well. So it's definitely an aspect that you can get some goals from.
So I'll be honest though, I'm curious if this lull in the transfer was due to him wanting to go to United, okay, which would be a little disappointing, to be honest, or if that's just his uncle getting him the best deal possible, which I'm totally fine with. You know what I mean? Like trying to get him more money to make sure you get as much money as possible. It's his uncle. He cares about him. He also cares about himself, but whatever. But so I'm torn as to whether I should have any hard feelings based on how long this has taken. Because last time we recorded, we kind of were under the impression he wanted to go to United, and he was using us for a move to United.
Can you blame
now
him?
it seems like that's changed, and so I'm just willing to ditch the hard feelings. You know what I mean?
Of course, but you can't blame him. Obviously, I think it was Leon's chairman as well come out and obviously commented on the link to Everton. Said I'd rather play for a team in the Champions League, and allegiances aside, that's true. Obviously, they've kind of haggled on this Man United link, and the Leon link have eventually come up too. And as I say, you really can't blame him. The way we performed last season and the state that we're in at the minute, I can understand why people don't want to join us. It's not rocket science, but as I say, obviously it's a testament to Marcel Brands and his ability to pull transfers like this off.
Definitely, I think with no European football as well at all, obviously we're going to be his last choice out of those mentioned. But I think he's a lad who came from Brazil. Came from back to South America. And he got a transfer to Barcelona, and that was his dream come true. And he's only just got there. He doesn't really want to leave. He's got his dream move. He was completely fine there, and he's been forced out by the club, it seems. And he doesn't want to step down too far. And I hate to say it, but Everton is a massive step down from Barcelona. And unfortunately, I'm not sure if he's ready to do that unless he's absolutely forced to. Whereas at the club, we just want players who are 100% committed and really want to play for the club. So that could be a bit of a stumbling block.
See, that's kind of what I was saying. That's my biggest issue. Digne seemed to me, he wanted to be here. That's what he was thinking. I want to go and play for them, because after talking to Silva, he said, yes, I'm in. And he had some other options. There were rumors of Napoli, there were rumors of Juventus for him, but I think he's thinking, I want to go somewhere and play, because he could have been a backup at Barca. He didn't have to leave there. They weren't pushing him out. But he wanted to be. That's what I like ideally in the players that come to us, is for them to say, I want to go there because I'm going to play. And I think that's, if he goes to United, no guarantee of playing time, really. With us, I think it is guaranteed. And the rumor, I read that there was a Colombian journalist on Twitter that said Everton is his top choice. So, we'll see. All right, that's what we'll say. We'll see. Guys, any parting thoughts on Mina?
Hope we get it done. I'm not expecting to be fully ready for Saturday, but the sooner they're ready, the better.
Yeah, completely the same. I'd love to see him arrive. I've got my doubts, but I'd love to see it happen. I really would. I was excited when I saw that news come through, even if it was unfounded yesterday. I'd love to see it come through. Yeah. Yeah,
my buddy is from Colombia here, and yesterday he just texted me capital letters Mina. That's how I knew that the news had dropped and everything. And his follow-up text was, I am a blue fan now. And I was like, yes, that's great. It reminds me of all the Turkish fans with Cenk Tosun. That's awesome, So anyway, so I guess that's it for our Yerry Mina segment. Fingers crossed. Let's get it done. If you're digging the videos, please subscribe. Sitting around 940 at the moment. Let's get to 1,000 by Saturday kickoff. That'd be amazing. So you can check out Tom's work on. He'll be on the Liverpool Echo fan jury coming up. The season starts. What?
Liverpool fan. I was going to say.
Oh no. John, edit that out. So he'll be on the Liverpool Echo fan jury when the season begins. He'll also be on View from the Gladys Street. It's a podcast with some of the same people from the Echo fan jury. And also he's got a Barcelona gig now. The Twitter account is Barcelona Universal. Okay, check out Max's work as well. You'll find it on the Toffee Blues website. He's got lots of analysis, lots of stories there. All right, that's it. No more videos. We do have another section on the podcast though. So for everybody, guys, thanks so much.
Very welcome.
All right, let's go then. Bye.
Awesome.